lot of carcasses, a lot of death to take place for us to beware or to
Hey, brother Juan, your audio is very, very,
man, I'm in a bad spot. So
yeah.
I'll land my plane with that. Like, kid, come go back and get the replay. Uh, uh, just know that we're in a bad place, man. We're in a bad place right now. We're Black Americans. So I'm not giving up hope, but that reparation piece was a fraud. Okay, it's a fraud. I'll
Mm.
land my plane with that.
Shout out to our brother Juan. Oh man, he said the reparations piece was a fraud. Shout out to our brother YJ Johnson, man. Jeez, man. Ladies and gentlemen, my brother Q is in here, man. Q, man, we get ready to rock it down, sir. But good salute, man. I hope you being safe out there, man. Are you getting any of this rain that I'm getting, man?
Yes, yes, peace, family.
Peace, peace.
Absolutely, Chef C. It was. I actually was out in it earlier. I was down by that Pocono area, and it was wicked, man. It was doing some damage. I was driving through it, and I was like, let me pull over for a minute and just chill for about 10 minutes. And then when I got back to my area, it was real humid and hot and nice out. I'm like, what the
Damn.
hell's going on? I had some yard work I needed to do, but I can't do it because the ground was still wet. But I did was able to catch some of the conversation um, that's being had. But I know Dr. Short. I had caught some of Dr. Short when he was talking about HR 40 and John Conyers and Summer Lee. You know, Summer Lee is on the western side of Pennsylvania.
Mm.
She's a representative of Pennsylvania, and actually, I have intention on reaching out, trying to reach out to her people to see what she's really talking about reparations. Because really, she's just talking. She hasn't put out a plan that I know of right now. It's just talking and using those talking points to rile people up. Uh, because we one thing about our people is that we're very very emotional, and if you know how to trigger black people with emotion, you'll get them to do things that they're not really thinking about doing consciously. It's just how it goes. Unfortunately, Chef C, you know what I mean?
Nah, I feel you, Q. I mean, listen. And and here's the truth. Here's the truth. Okay, these folks are in the social media space. They're in what is called X's listening section.
Mm-hmm.
Then they go through your Instagram. They go through your YouTube, and particularly, the most of the black talk is done on X. Keep it a buck. Because if you go with that black shit on YouTube, um, then you wind up like us, who essentially get no real traction per se. Well, limited traction. Okay, because YouTube has its systems in place, so the exposure has to be limited, and then there's only certain people who are allowed to have exposure. So it's not like they're saying something way more profound than what we discuss on this side. It is just who's allowed to be what and where.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to be very clear that in this particular state, it's not. They don't even have to figure shit out anymore because people even game plan on the internet.
Hmm.
So what kind of strategy is that?
Well, I mean, the funniest thing is that we don't have to do that. We don't have to strategize publicly, but we're choosing to do that because it goes back to a lot of us really, and we need this is an individual thing. We need to really, really ask ourselves, do we really, really, really want freedom and liberation for our people and oppressed people? Or do we really want attachments to whiteness?
Come on.
And that's what a lot of us, some of us really want. We want to be close to whiteness. We want to be close to elites. We want to be close to celebrity. We don't really be wanting all of our people to do good. And the proof is you see how easy it is when a person is grassroots and then when they pick up steam and then they get compromised.
Right. Come on.
Or they go on bigger platforms and then the language that they picked up steam and are following with starts to change. Or when they go on bigger platforms, they don't even want to defer. They don't even want to defer to people that may know more about a specific issue than them because they're chasing the spotlight. They're chasing the credit. People want to take the victory lap and say, "Oh, I did." Excuse the expression. "Oh, I did this for them niggas." Instead of saying, "You know what? I could work behind the scenes. I could. I know somebody. For example, Chef C. If I know somebody that want to pay a good fare for a dinner for about 50 people, why shouldn't I refer them to you instead of saying, "Oh, I think I can get somebody for you"? This
Mm.
is our problem. We don't want to pass the torch. We want credit for everything that we do, and we want attachment to that whiteness. That whiteness, as Dr. Short says, not whiteness as a color, whiteness as a privilege, and that's one of our biggest issues. And this is why reparations, certain things, they push our emotional buttons. Certain things will trigger us to make us get caught up. You don't hear none of these people talking about the officers that got found not guilty for Tyrese Nichols.
Come on.
They've been quiet for 2 weeks. They got found not guilty. You don't hear their fraternity denouncing their actions because they was all frat brothers. Everybody's quiet. It's no grift when it's black on black crime, which we believe, you're going to commit crime with the people that's in close proximity. But it's no grift. Nobody's down there. And you got some people down in Memphis kicking up, but nobody's talking about it because it's not white officers. So now they can't use the racial angle.
Mm.
This is a play on our emotions, our trauma, the trauma that our ancestors been through. It's an emotional trauma, and they play on it, and they use it, and things that happen trigger us
Right.
to
Right.
be basically we're like an emotional yo-yo, just up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, and then we don't get no tangibles.
Well, somebody said, and check this. Somebody said that this was energy harvesting because you got Diddy, you got Met Gala, you got reparations.
Yeah, it really is. I just read an article. I can't remember exactly where I read it. Where black dandyism, and that was the theme of the Met Gala, and they raised all that money for the Met Gala, and none of that went to any black causes.
Hey, Q.
I
what
know
stood
it's
out-
no more baby oil, but at least if you're gonna screw me, get some grease.
Hey, Q. What stood out the most to me, sir, pause, is the mere fact that all the majority of the names that they were saying there were non-black producers. We got this Louis Vuitton. We got this. We got
I didn't
this
hear
Tom Ford.
I didn't hear nobody mention Dapper Dan. He's back. Dap been back. Dap been back for the last 5 years. He's bad at Surge. Anybody that knows about urban fashion, you would say Dap. So you mean to tell me none of these celebrities got Dap? Because he's doing some work with Gucci, but it could have been Dapper Dan inspired by Gucci, or Gucci inspired by Dapper Dan. Such and such is wearing his dress. Such and such is wearing his suit. He's known as wearing a Ascar. No, you know what I mean. So we get mad for what we say people are culture vultures, but we are allowing it to happen. We don't protect nothing. We're hoes.
Mm.
We're hoes.
Q done got out of the poker nose talking that shit now. Hey, listen, man. Listen, they gonna say you off cold, Q, talking like that. They gonna say you off cold. You know. Talk, the brother Black Lyric done hit the link now. Brother Black Lyric, what's happening with you, man? Salute the brother Black Lyric.
What's good, gentlemen? What's good? I had to hop on with this topic because not enough people covered this and how it was a blatant sellout by our community. They're advertising Black American historical culture, but they have Black actors and Black celebrities dressing up as that, but not a single dollar went into any charities, institutions that support this type of cultural heritage in our community. And Q, you were man preaching tonight, because it's in our face right now, and there's more Black sellouts than ever, and we think it's representation, but really they have us captured.
Come on.
I mean,
now brother Black Lyric trying to talk that shit now. See, this what prisoners of war.
It's deep.
You understand? Stockholm syndrome, just in fashion, niggas. Man, listen, we gonna stop playing like niggas ain't prisoned animals out here. Niggas is you just happen to be in a very expensive prison, and you get to have some shiny chains on you.
And black is it's making money now. Before we were just niggas.
Black,
now
black,
it's like,
hot, black been hot. Black Lyric.
Just think of some of the photos of the Met Gala, right? And I did see a couple gentlemen dressing like gentlemen, right? But this was an opportunity for what many people say Black excellence. This was the perfect stage to explain an aspect of the culture.
Fully agreed.
And how majority of first generation descendants of slaves during the time of Black dandyism, during the time of the Great Migration up north, whether they went to New York, Chicago, LA, where some of those people who were dressed up, whether they was entertainers or actors, if they had a basic understanding of history, how we still, in spite of just being freed, second generation, first generation ex-slaves, we still lived in some form of prosperity, knowing that the Jim Crow laws was going on, knowing that Red Line was in full throttle. Instead, we just, bent over. We just bent over.
Q pause. You know how many other niggas? You know how many niggas pause turned the other cheek when they saw those other communities, their neighboring communities get redlined. They're like, well, it ain't happening to me. It ain't happening.
You didn't turn
me.
the other cheek, Chef. See, they lifted the other cheek.
Pause, man. I'm trying not to go there with you, Q. I'm trying not to go there. This shit is crazy. But look. Listen. We got to be realistic. You want to find out what happened? Get a very simple understanding of why the communities are non-existent. You take a look at some of these older ones that still happen to magically make it around. They still here. And then you go ahead and check out the next generation that came after them and see what their motives are. And then you ask that generation that they produced, what are the motives, right? And if there's any substantial motive pertaining to one reparationist, if you will, quote unquote, all right, that person will then oftentimes be the one that is ostracized from the family. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
That is the person who is going to be like, oh, here come this nigga. Or here she come with the black shit. Here they come. Shout out to the 90 plus in here. And it is very, very rare, ladies and gentlemen, that you have at least 5 people in one family. It's super rare. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. Let's be very clear for those who are getting emotional already. Okay? It is extremely rare to have 5 people from a same family, let alone immediate family, but from the same family, who believe in the advocacy or the collective efforts of reparative justice for that household. Very rare. Okay? It is oftentimes that one brother, that one sister by themselves on the island. And motherfuckers hate to see you coming.
And why do you think that is, Chef? I mean, now that you're explaining that point, it seems as though it's so ignorant of us not to be collectively and politically on point. And it's so simple.
Well, watch
It's
this,
so
brother Black.
simple.
Watch this, brother Black Laren. And salute to my brother ABM, man. Good to see you in here, family. Salute. Let's be, brother ABM. Matter of fact, this is a Negro I need in here. Brother ABM, I need you to touch on this if you up to speed, man. Tap in and check in. Here's what I've learned over the years. Black people have a very, it's not even unique. It's just a particular way of admitting that they're afraid, or that they've already lost, or that they've thrown in the white flag. And that is yelling out loud, being boisterous, being emotionally irate. Salute to the almost 100 plus in here. That is their way of saying, I'm fighting for reparations, but not really fighting for reparations. Although to them being convinced subconsciously that they're doing more than their family members or their peers. Realistically, okay? Realistically. And you know what? Let me do this for me. I'm going to do this for me, brother Black Laren. I'm going to do this for me. Watch this. Because I'm man enough to own up on this. All right, let me come from behind the screen. Even with me yelling, different city halls across the country, hopping on planes, doing all types of shit, feeding families, etc. This right here, reparations, no vote. Delineation, all up in front of these folks that oppress us, quote unquote. Okay, I'm gonna put you on mute real quick. We got a little sound, brother Black Laren. I will say this as a man, and I'm man enough to say it. Right now, maybe a couple years ago, I would have died for that. I would have died in pursuit of reparative justice. Now, I'll be motherfucking damned. That's me keeping it a buck. See, I can be man enough to say that. Niggas is gonna run around and say they'll die for all of this, and well, get shot then, nigga.
They won't even live for it. What do you mean they're gonna die for it?
Come on, man.
I mean, live for it. Live for something. And
Speak on it, Q.
the really sad part about it is we can't emphasize enough what Chef C is talking about when it comes to us as a people having Twitter fingers. We're so much on Twitter arguing about who, our name, what word we gonna use to identify ourselves, and who gonna take credit and disparaging other people. That's coming, as we say, that's if you're from the lineage, you're from the lineage.
Like
Now,
it's a
what you
sports
do
team.
besides that, that's on something else. But we have a commonality as our lineage in our justice claim, right? But we'll be on Twitter arguing, talking all this nonsense, and we got Twitter fingers. And the reality is we're getting our ass kicked by our local black boule sellout Uncle Tom politicians.
Yep.
Who continue to gatekeep.
Yep.
And then we think we're going to move mountains nationally? We're not. We're ass backwards. We're focusing nationally instead of focusing locally. We major in the minors. That's a major problem. We major in the minor issues.
Cook you.
And we're ass backwards. Oh, I'm going to argue with somebody. They got a nice little thing going. They got a decent little flow. But I'm going to argue with them because I don't like the way they worded their name and group. You know how retarded that sounds? That I'm going to waste energy disparaging that person and attacking them? If they said something in the interview or they said something in the space and they got it wrong, I don't have to publicly and try to humiliate them or embarrass them. Why not hit them up behind the scenes? Be like, look, I think you made a mistake. You going about it the wrong way. Help me understand your angle. Instead, we'll use our platforms to disparage other people from that lineage that everybody say holds us together. We're full of shit.
Crabs in a barrel.
And we really should stop talking about reparations. Get mad and be like, oh, Q bugging. He really off code. They bugging.
You know they go right. You know
Blame
that.
me. Blame me. Because guess what? We're not intellectually mature enough to be talking about reparations. We too soft.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I got my brother ABM in here, man. And brother Black Laren is, man, I'm glad when you bless us, brother Black Laren. You know, you one of the younger warriors in the game, man. But I just, you know, it's things like this, and I'm gonna put this on the table, and then I'm going to brother ABM because I definitely was gonna shut it down, but we need to just really nail this down, right? You know, when I hear people say, I've been in this movement, let me say it again. When I hear people say, I've been in this movement for 20 years, 30 years, 10 years, I was born into this movement. You're going nowhere fast. There is no movement.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? We need to stop all the fuck shit. All of the fake fly talking, you know, charismatic Negroes and Negresses out here. Okay? You haven't done shit. We have less of our communities now, whether you were born in it or been in it, today than we've had back then. It's less of our communities now. So you don't get to brag about you having any decades or sauce in the movement. You've been failing for decades. I'm looking at me now. I'm going to talk on me because I want to be realistic. I've been failing for 10 years. Feeding families, all of that. It don't mean shit. It don't mean a goddamn thing. We want reparative justice. We don't have it. 10 years of me being head down, as they say, 10 toes down. All that fly shit. We haven't moved anywhere. We haven't gotten shit. You ain't been 10 toes or nothing. Just a bunch of niggas, one nigga or one female spending more money here than the other person has, and think that your financial contributions or your vocal contributions or even some of your physical, because it takes some strength to stomp out there and hope that somebody pay attention to you enough to you to want to do something about what you're saying. Well, most of the time, and 2025, okay? We still see that nobody gives a flying fuck about what Black America believes that they are owed. Okay?
What a laughing stock, man.
This is listen, this is why I say shout out to my brother Dr. Short. We need to stop thinking that we're going to be able to write our way into something. Be able to shout our way into something or even stomp our way into something when you getting escorted off the fucking grounds that you're stomping on while Palestinians are being allowed to sit there. What you doing now, Negro, Negress? And guess what? Many of us are getting fucking gate kept by people who look like us. We had niggas run down, melanated niggas run down on us at City Hall in Newark. I ain't see no whiteys. The fucking police officer was like, listen, because I left my water on the side after having this fucking blowhorn in there running down all of these folks. And he said, listen, you might not want to drink that now. I'm just letting that marinate. Brother ABM, go ahead, man. Salute.
What up, Chef? What up, Q? Shout out to the patriarchy, man. Hey, listen, Chef, you done heard me and
That's
some
why
of my
I said.
spaces.
That's why I said, my nigga, I need you up in here right now, man. Go ahead with it, man. This is
You
a different
done heard
platform,
me.
baby.
You know my stance on this issue here. It's pretty much cut and dry. We black people in America, no matter how you want to try to spin it and slice it and sugarcoat it and FBA and all this shit, here's the bottom line to it. Niggas ain't ready to put in the work for real. If you don't understand that the first thing you have to do as a people for any movement, no matter what your movement is, you have to get organized, then I don't know what to tell you. You're not going to get reparations from what they will say, you know, the white supremacists. That's what they call them. That's what they call any white man or any white person. The white supremacists, the white man is the devil and all of that. Well, how you think you're going to get reparations by just talking? You real big and bold when you on Twitter. This nigga's a coon, that nigga's a coon, every black politician is a coon and a sellout. Okay, so what are you willing to do about it? And when you listen to these people talk, and Chef, you didn't seen it. They're not willing to do anything. These people have convinced themselves that the answer to the reparations question is do nothing. Well, we don't need an organization. Well, we don't need leaders. Well, we don't have to be organized. Well, we don't have to run our own candidates. All we got to, and then here comes the vague, silly ass catchphrases that you put on a t-shirt. 10 toes down and stand on business. All you got to do is just stand on business, bro. What the fuck does that mean?
You're cool with it, man.
What the fuck does stand on business mean, my nigga?
It mean I need your $15 for the T-shirt. That's all it means.
It means do nothing. It means I'm nothing but talk. It means I'm nothing but a nigga online selling wolf tickets. You ain't about that life, in other words. You ain't about that fucking life. The black people during the civil rights era, say what you want to say about them, but they managed to get things done because they were willing to put in the fucking work, the sacrifice. Somebody's, some of them gonna, you're gonna get killed. Some people gonna get blacklisted. Some people going to get railroaded out of their jobs, out of their professions. You were willing to do that. You were willing to pay a price for what you wanted to achieve. That's any movement you can ever research in the history of the fucking planet Earth. These niggas, as much as they talk about reparations, you don't really want to put in the sacrifice, the time, the effort. And a lot of it, most of it is really cowardness.
Come on.
Hold on for a second, bro.
Yes, sir. Nah, listen. Brother ABM coming
I'm
with
back.
that shit. Go ahead, ABM. Go ahead.
Most of it is cowardness. You're just scared. And then the other portion is just lazy. You don't want to put in the legwork. You don't want to come out your pocket. That's the real reason everybody's so against getting organized. Everybody, you want to be the chief. You don't want to be the Indian. You don't want to just be one of the foot soldiers. You only want to get organized if you can be the big shot. How the fuck do you want anything to work? You tell these niggas run your own candidates. They got an excuse. Oh, well, we can't possibly do that. We can't possibly raise money like AIPAC. Well, wait a minute. I thought you was the foundational Black American. I thought you built America. I thought you fight white supremacy. What do you mean you can't raise money? Well, black wealth is almost zero and all that. Well, wait a minute. Why do I see all these iPhones? Why do I see all these Gucci bags and Louis bags in the hood if niggas ain't got no money?
Prada shoed up. Yeah,
what fucking money? What money did the civil rights niggas have? What money? Dr. King died broke. What money? Malcolm X died broke. What money? What money did they have? What money did Huey P. Newton and Bobby Seale have when they started the Black Panther Party for self-defense? What fucking money did they have?
We had community.
You had will. You had courage. Something these niggas don't have. You're a Twitter warrior. You're a keyboard warrior. You're not willing to make the sacrifices that's necessary. When Castro took over Cuba, what goddamn money did he have? When Ayatollah Khomeini took over Iran, what money did he have? You're not going to talk your way into this shit. And that's all it is to it. So you can get mad at you can blame the white man and white supremacy and all that. And you can blame the coons and all that shit. Okay, great. Well then, my nigga, I mean, what's the point of any of that if you're not willing to fight back? You want to play make believe. Meanwhile, all these other groups that you talk shit about, the tethers, the white supremacists, the Jew, all these people, they understand, get organized. We don't need no leaders, bro. Bullshit.
Come on.
I live in Baltimore. I can show you the leaders of the Jewish community. I had niggas tell me that before. Ain't no Jewish leaders. That's a motherfucking lie, my nigga. I'll show them to you. Because they understand how things work. In DC, they got a statue, I think on Georgia Avenue, of some Asian dude. He was like the unofficial leader of the Asian community in DC. Everybody else understands how things work except us. And then you wonder why politics don't work for you, because you don't make it work for you. Why am I seeing all these Indian motherfuckers come over here, get positions? Don't tell me politics don't fucking work. You niggas just don't make it work.
You know, brother ABM, man. Salute the. Hold on. First and foremost, God damn it. Salute the brother. Listen, and salute the kid. Listen, salute the brother Black. Niggas come in here. Niggas is feeling some type of way about this reparations conversation.
Negro, please.
Niggas is feeling some type of way about this because
It's crazy.
you know what the truth. You know what the truth is, brother Black Lyrin. Niggas is tired of hearing the same "we shall overcome" and the same "we've been aggrieved" and all the same talking points forever. So niggas is getting to the point where it's just like, man, I need to see that. I need to see that fly talk work now. I need to see all of that extra head bobbing and all of this and then fucking with the blowhorn shit I got, you know.
And we need to get off the damn
sometimes-
internet.
Sometimes you have to have a conversation where, yeah, we might get our giggle on, we might laugh and have fun, but then sometimes, you know, within that conversation, it may take a turn on cut the check, no, cut the bullshit.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like,
Come on.
there when you know, like I said, when you have an issue and you see that people get emotionally triggered by the reparations thing, right, wrong, and indifferent. I mean, even those who reparations is not for, it's a triggering topic. And then when you see that certain powers that be continue to dangle it like a yo-yo, and the minute that the yo-yo go up, it go down. It's like, oh, it's like little. So it's like you ask yourself, like, am I going to continue to have this emotional masturbation session
Oh,
all the time? Like, nah, I'm gonna just step away from it. Like, because they know how to pander towards, you know, speaking of summer, they know how to use and pander towards votes to get people riled up, to continue to gear, definitely when it comes to election, to gear people, black people. Oh, Donald Trump and the Republican Party are doing this to y'all. Using that victimization mentality and playing on it. Because we've never been made whole. And, you know, we make struggle look good. We might as well just keep it a buck. We make struggle look good. You may not be doing well, but you're going to make sure you look good and you know, you conduct yourself and move accordingly. But
Hey, can I say something real quick?
Checking. Go
Hey,
ahead.
somebody in the chat, somebody named Shiesty Bum said I don't sound like a professional. I'm not a professional.
Shout out to shout out to Shiesty. That's one of our top trolls. The Marcus cat. He tries to troll with her, but he not on her level yet.
Well, the thing about it is, why do I need to be a professional pilot to understand when an airplane is going down?
Come on.
Do I need to be a professional pilot to simply say the airplane is crashing? What did I say that was incorrect? And Shiesty Bum is exactly the type of black person I'm talking about.
Yo, why you gotta
always
say
want
the
to sit
name
on
like
the
that?
sideline, always on the sideline, always have a critique, always have a fucking opinion, but they'll never be in the field. Show me how it's done then, since I don't know what I'm talking about.
Shout out to my nigga ABM.
This is why we lose. And we're going to continue to fucking lose. Hey, get mad. You don't like what I'm saying? Oh, fucking well. I'm not like the rest of y'all that's going to sit here and play make-believe online every fucking day to make myself feel better.
Come on.
I live in the real world. In the real world, we are fucking losing. We are behind. Everybody else plays to win. We don't even fucking play. We just laugh, kiki, joke around.
I think she came to the conversation a little late. And you know, at the end of the day, I understand what Shiesty Bum does and tries to do. But if you feel like the brother's being negative, actually he's being positive and calling out the bullshit. Because at a certain point, we have to stop and say, like, where are we going? I'm not going to be this peripheral rat in the maze. I'm not going to keep chasing my tail. You know, if you, like I said, if you, one thing about trolling, the funniest thing, and this is why trolls are interesting.
Somebody got background noise. Who's that?
Trolls always tune in.
Okay. Go ahead,
Trolls
Q.
always tune in, Chef C. Get your troll on. You know, but like I said, Chef C, I joined the conversation a little late, man, tonight, and I appreciate you keeping the broadcast open a little bit for us, man.
No, Q. Keep it man. Listen, I appreciate Cassius just really keeping it a buck about this reparations piece. Quite frankly, because you know, listen, I believe that Black America collectively, particularly the ones that are making the sacrifice, not the motherfuckers that ain't doing nothing. Fuck you. I want to say that. Let me be very clear. You go fuck yourself. Okay? You lazy pieces of shit. I got a problem with these cats that, if they give it, I'll take it. I despise these type of folks. I'm going to keep that a full buck. Family member, it don't matter. Friends, I don't care. I despise people. If they give it, I'll take it. Fuck you. Because, listen, Black empowerment, quote unquote empowerment, Black American advocacy cost. It costs. There is always a financial price because that's the number one place they go to fucking hem us up. Those who are willing to make those sacrifices.
And that's the thing about the advocacy is that it's a lonely road. It's a lonely road, man. You're going to see family, friends, foes. You're going to see a lot of people come and go. And you're going to, like ABM said, is that some people will say they're not willing to die for anything. No, you got to be willing to live for it. Just live for it. And we see that a lot of people, definitely when you talk about reparations, you're speaking about, a lot of people will talk about it when it's the in thing, the trending topic.
That part.
Instead of understanding that, we got to really put some work in. You got to lead. Men lead. And I'll say it. That the code is the leader, I never agree with that.
Thank you.
Go there.
Thank you.
Men lead.
Let's not play tonight. Go there. Fuck.
Men lead. If you don't got the nuts to lead, get the fuck out the way.
Yeah,
Period.
Let's not play with that no more. Let's
Period.
Stop that stupid shit. That's the dumbest shit ever. It's the stupidest shit ever. Okay.
Let me chime in on that when y'all get ready, please.
Yeah. I already. My nigga ABS. Salute to my nigga ABS.
And I respect. Let me tell you, I respect the elders who say it, because I have an elder who I take a lot of advice from who says it. He believes that, right? And I understand, because elders are for counsel. Elders are for counsel. Youth is for war.
Come on.
Period. So if you ain't an elder, you're supposed to be leading with your hand, your tongue, something. Putting work in. Not falling back like you an elder. Not falling back like you physically can't do nothing. That code ain't, the code is deleted. Okay, see how far that gets you. Because it's always going to be people on code. That's the only reason why we got the information. Because it was passed down, oral tradition. So it's going to be there.
You know what, Q? I don't mean to cut. I finish your thought, Q. I don't
When
mean
you
to cut
have
you off. This
when
shit.
you have a flock of birds, right? When you have salmon going upstream, when you have cattle, it's always a leader.
Come on, man. You're gonna stop playing.
It's always a leader. In every aspect of life, it's a leader. You out with your lady, she could be extra. Y'all know what I mean. She could be extra. But it's gonna come a time where she gonna be looking and you better be leading.
You better be ready to lead, nigga.
Or you ain't gonna be her man.
Stop playing. You're gonna stop this bullshit, man. You know what, Q? Let me say this. Let me say this. The reflection. You want to know what the Black American community looks like when this code is the leader shit. Cats actually take that to heart. It looks like the Democratic Party where they can't figure out who the leadership is over there on that side.
Bingo.
Okay?
Bingo.
And
All
this
over
is-
the place.
And
Road.
and this is exactly the reflection of of the fucking chaos that is going on over there. And it also makes sense why the majority of Negroes and Negresses voted in that regard. Okay? That's where their support, that voter base came from Negroes and Negresses. And now look at it. Okay? So we're going to stop playing out here. The code is the leader. No, that code is the leader shit is for a bunch of folks that don't want to take on the responsibility of making decisions out loud.
And you don't, and the craziest thing, right, before ABM Cook, the craziest thing is you don't even have to organize publicly. You don't have to do none of this stuff publicly. It's group text, it's email, it's a phone. Yo, Chef C, what's up? I'm in town. Yo, all right, meet you such a blah, 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 blah. That's it. All right, I need you. All right. But we then we got nerve to say, oh, it's spies amongst us.
Yeah, nigga.
Uh,
You don't need no spies.
you don't need no spies.
Fuck you mean you need? We don't need them. You giving it away. Brother Juan J. Johnson with the real quick. Reparations is an internet conversation. The masses are concerned about their proxy to whiteness. Stop playing.
Chef C, I want to respond to our beautiful sister Shiesty Bum.
Oh, you gotta get come on, Shiesty. It's Shiesty go.
Shiesty, I see your last comment, young lady. Respectfully, the people cannot lead themselves. It's 2025. You're right. People cannot lead themselves. This is why
Completely
we're
agreed.
in utter chaos. We're in utter chaos. Now, you may be a person, Shiesty, and I respect you if you say this. You may be an individualist. And if you're an individualist, I respect that. And your ideology is your ideology, and I'll bow out gracefully and salute you for your ideology. But if you're a collective, if you believe in any form of family, the village, anything of that nature, it's always going to be a leader. In your household, I don't know if you have children, somebody's leading that household.
Shiesty, get Sugar Bomb in here. Get Sugar Bomb in here. Get rid of Shiesty. We want to holler at Sugar. I want to know what Sugar got to say about this. We already know what Shiesty be on. Bring Paige and Sugar Bomb. Okay. Go ahead, Brother Q. I know we got
And then, so I understand what you do, Shiesty, and respectfully, I get why you come on the shows. And I'm gonna let you get your troll on. But sometimes when it's grown folks talking, get the fuck out the room. Because if you want to clown, I personally, I would have been kicked you out. Because you want to clown and troll, this ain't the time for that all the time. But continue hitting that like button and subscribe.
Shout out
So
to
you
Sugar
get the
Bomb.
alert.
I mean, Shiesty Bomb.
But you living in chaos. You could keep saying, hide behind your name, saying you ain't living in chaos. If it ain't no leader, you're living in chaos.
Well, let me hear from Brother Black Lynn. Then I know I gotta let ABM fucking just destroy this whole thing, because I already know what ABM, because ABM already been flaming on this thing. Pause, respectfully. So I definitely, I need him to just murder this whole thing. We gonna shut it down on that. Go ahead, brother Black Lynn. Cook, man, cook. Now,
Yeah.
I do want to say for the audience, 100 plus in the building, that our brother Black Lynn is a younger warrior in the streets. Okay. And
Yes, sir.
but again, when we hear, for me, Brother Blackland, I'm very curious to know from you, man. I mean, you're hearing, right? I'm one generation above you.
Mm-hmm.
Then Brother Q is a generation above me, right? And I think Brother ABM might be right in between. So, you are hearing from, respectfully, at least 3 different generations here, or 2 different generations, speaking on the same kind of bullshit that's always kind of plagued our community. And if you being a younger guy coming through, man, how does that sit with you? And I mean, keep it a buck with us, man. Like, are you saying to yourself, what was these Negroes doing this whole fucking time?
I mean, I know what they were doing. They were focusing on themselves and hoping that every other black person would do the same. But when we don't organize in meaningful ways, nothing can really happen. And now it's even worse, because we can vent about our traumas. We can distract ourselves online. And that seems to be how things are translating in this digital age. It seems as though we're foregoing the real work and expressing our sentiments online.
Come on with
And
it.
there's nothing wrong with that, but we're not building up that momentum into real world things. And a lot of that is due to the charismatic personalities that we're undoubtedly going to have in our community, and them finding their platforms and building that. So it's confusing. It's disheartening. It's fucked up. But I think still the best thing to do is to put yourself in the best position, and then leverage that to do as much good as you can.
Shout out to the brother Black Lynn, and that's what it is right there.
Especially
try
as
to
black
do-
men. I mean, sorry to cut you off, but especially as black men, I think we have to get focused. And I don't know if we can just take our women with us, because I'm out here, and these women do not want to cooperate. And we have to be real about that. This is not just about the white supremacy. It's also the breakdown of how we've just become so individualistic, and mostly spearheaded from our women, and how feminism has really been a mind virus in our community. It was like it was basically COVID for the mind. I mean, how Dr. Short says he hates feminists. I don't think y'all really understand the depth of what that means. It's been a complete ripple within our community, and our families are just fractured, and you can't expect to have anything communal if the smallest communal unit, which is the family, is dysfunctional.
To talk that shit, brother Black Lynn. Hold on, I gotta drop a goddamn flex bomb for our brother Black Lynn.
Yeah. And I have two sisters, and it's like, one's older, she's unmarried. One's younger, she's unmarried. And I'm like, damn, if this was 30 years ago, they would have been both already married. So it's just a new day, and I don't know if we can come together, but I know as Black men we have the power to do something, and I think we have to ultimately go with that mindset and see what we can make out of the bad hand we've been dealt.
Salute to our brother Black Laren, man.
In the words,
I love hearing that from the young warrior, man, because you know, we got to know that. Well, first and foremost, I get invigorated by the youths, by the younger cats. You know,
Yes, sir.
Younger cats, they tell a nigga like Chef C, which I'm what they call a seasoned millennial, right? And you know, I've looked at what I've tried to do within my power, within my realm of things that I control and or create, right? And you know, a lot of times I'm faced. I look at myself and I say, Negro, are you doing enough? And it always comes back that I'm never doing enough. I can do more, right? But then when I start, and then when I finally lift my head up and I look, and I'm like, well, God damn, you did all this? You really dig me? So it's like, well, damn, how much more can you do? And I believe
Yep.
that understanding, or at least as far as the workload, is an individual kind of embrace for each male and female. But it doesn't, void you or waive you from having some form of responsibility that you must take on to help the collective move forward. So that's the way I see that. But thank you, brother Black Laren, man, for reinvigorating me based off the way you're looking at things. I appreciate that. I'm gonna go to brother Q. Q, you started to say something, then I need to hear from
Yeah.
brother AB.
yeah, I'm gonna just say this. In the words of our brother Lone Wolf, we have to step over some caucuses.
Yeah,
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah.
Yep.
that's a fact.
And I'm landing my plane on that.
Brother ABM, filet, flambe, souffle, whatever flay you need to do with these niggas right now. 100 plus in the building. Cook, my nigga, cook. God damn it, cook these niggas, man.
One of the major things that keeps us crippled as a people is the idea that leadership and organization don't mean anything, when it's utter nonsense, because you go throughout your life here in this country, and every aspect of your life, you see organization. You see organization at your job. You see leadership at your job. You send your kids to school. There's leadership and organization. You go to motor vehicles in your city. You go to a bank. You see leadership and organization. You don't go nowhere in this country and think you can just do whatever you want to do, and there's no such thing as organization and leadership. And when you don't play ball with organization and leadership, there's penalties. But when it comes to us Black people, we always want to play a different game than what we see everybody else play. This is why the young brother just spoke about fucked up families. The leadership and the organization within the goddamn individual household is screwed up. That's why all you women out here, all your kids got different last names, because you didn't have leadership. There's a reason why the old days the man chose your daddy chose your husband for you. There's a reason why a man had to come ask dad for permission to marry that daughter. Because most of you don't think for your fucking selves. And we're 3, 4, 5 generations after patriarchy. So now you got a bunch of men who now see things the same way. No leadership, no structure, no organization. Now we got something called baby daddies.
Come on.
And we have child support. And we have welfare. Uncle Sam is now the father of your kids. And now Uncle Sam is saying, we're tired of raising your fucking kids. They changing things now. They changing Section 8. They changing food stamps and all that. A lot of black people are going to be fucked up because a lot of black people don't want to do what everybody else does, which is get organized, get structure. When I look at any sports team, I see organization and structure. Show me the sports team that's constantly winning championships, constantly, in the running for a championship. And that's a good organization, good leadership, good structure. They know what the fuck they're doing. And then show me the bad team. Show me the team that never comes close to winning shit. That's a fucked up organization. Show me a business. Show me a business that's run well, right? Show me a business that makes a lot of money. That's a business that has leadership at the top, organization, structure. Everybody knows what they're doing. And then show me the business that failed.
Let him cook now.
When you look at that business that failed, you're going to see piss poor leadership. Show me thriving communities in America, and I'm going to show you organization, structure, leadership, and show me the fucked up communities. You're going to see none of that. You're going to see none of that. No structure, no organization. So you can fight it all you want. Well, anybody can be taught to be a leader. Okay, great. Go start raising up leaders then, since that's what you believe. Well, most men don't have leadership qualities. Well, what have you women been doing the past 50 years? You've been doing a bang up job, right? I mean, surely black women are thriving, right? Since we men don't know shit, you black women must have it all figured out, right? How long are we going to continue to just continue on thinking that there's some greater way to achieve this when the blueprint is already here? The more things change, the more they stay the same. The problem with black people, the problem with black people is that we just refuse to fucking listen. And that's our demise. Now, Shiesty was writing one thing, times are changing. You're right. Times are changing. And you're right when you say either we're going to get with it or we're going to fucking die off. And my prediction is 100 years from now, they'll be reading about the so-called foundational black American in the history books, kind of like how we read about the Tasmanians.
Come on, nigga. Cook, nigga. Cook.
Feminism has failed. You can hold on to it if you want to. It's kind of, I always think about those soldiers in World War II in the Pacific that didn't know the fucking war was over. They still out there in the fucking jungle fighting and shit. They had no idea the war was over. That's black people.
And they want to come home.
That's black people. But it's the opposite. We don't know the war has started.
Come on, cook, nigga.
We still out here just playing around. We just out here twisting in the fucking wind. Like wind up toys. And it's time that shit stops. And hey, all of you out there, male and female, that don't want to get on board, you need to be excommunicated.
Come on.
We don't have time. There's no room for you. I don't like what ABM said because he sounds mean. I'm not discouraging anybody from reparations. I'm just simply saying you're not going to get reparations by not getting fucking organized like every other fucking race of people does. That's a simple fact of the matter. And if that hurts your feelings, oh well. It's sort of like wearing a seatbelt. I can tell you, like, hey man, if you get in a car accident, you're gonna go flying through the fucking window. Now, whether or not you choose to listen to me is your business.
Come on with that. Yeah.
But when you go flying through that window, I'm not feeling sorry for you. I told you. Why do the rest of us have to keep holding everybody's hand? We have to keep piggybacking everybody. You're holding us back. Those of us who do want to get organized, who do want to go out here and put in the fucking work, people like that, that's what hold us back. So what's the point of bitching about the coon Democrat or the coon Republican when you're no goddamn better?
Mm.
You think you're better than Candace Owens because you're for reparations? You ain't doing shit. So what makes you better than Candace Owens? You don't want to get involved. So what makes you better than Larry Elder or any other one of these coon ass fucking niggas that hate black people? What makes you any fucking different? You're kind of like a gangbanger.
Mm.
You serve no purpose. All you do is you keep the rest of us, hold the rest of us down. You're in the goddamn way.
Coon-tastrophe.
You want to keep saying leadership doesn't matter, then I guess you simply don't want reparations. You can live in denial if you want to. We have to stop wasting our time with people who are here to do nothing. And we have to come together as a people. This is why I love this channel. It's patriarchy. The matriarchs need to shut the hell up. You've done nothing. You do nothing. You've built nothing. And you've destroyed plenty. There needs to be a patriarch movement in our community. Men need to take the fucking lead. All you soft ass niggas need to just shut the hell up and get out of our way. Because when you look at these movements throughout history, it always started off with a few. And that's how niggas is. Niggas, all they do is dick ride anyway. Niggas didn't like the Black Panthers till they started getting recognition on TV.
Keep that a buck, ABM. Wake that up, goddammit.
Niggas didn't like Malcolm X until after he was dead, and then the 90s roll around and Spike Lee make a movie. Now niggas want to have Malcolm X t-shirts. Now niggas want to have Malcolm X hats. Where was all that shit in the 70s? So when these movements, it always starts with a handful. It's never going to be a whole shitload of us. And the rest of these niggas, they'll come along. You know, once we get started and once we actually start putting shit together, then they'll come along and act like they was down the whole fucking time.
I marched with Martin Luther King as niggas.
Mm-hmm. So, you know, leadership is a thing. It's always been a fucking thing. And it's always going to be a thing, whether you like it or not. We're going to have to get leaders. We're going to have to, and like I said earlier, you're going to have to be willing to make a sacrifice. You're going to have to be willing to put your name out there. Yeah, you're going to have to be willing to take what comes with that. Sure. That's what you sign up for. You know, football players can't complain once they start getting brain damage and shit. That's what you signed up for.
Come on.
When you wanna achieve something politically, because reparations is a political issue, you have to get organized. That's what the queer community does. That's what the rainbow community does. They get laws and shit because they've gotten organized and they push for what they want. I mean, you don't have to like it, but they're effective. There's no reason why Black Americans can't be just as effective. And our main obstacle is the boule. We have to take the fight to these people. We will not survive another generation of boule leadership. They're already bringing in Hispanics, putting Hispanics on the fucking line. The Hispanics are going to be the new boule in 20 years.
That's a full fact.
Your black ass, you going to have to answer to Hispanics in your own fucking Greek fraternities.
Right.
Damn.
You gonna have to learn to work with the Latino. Shout out to Biden.
You're gonna need to learn Spanish to join your own goddamn black fraternities and black sororities. but hey, what do I know? I'm not a professional.
Hey, Spanish as a second language, nigga. Niggas is gonna have to do that. Ain't no more ESL. It's gonna be SSL.
So
Spanish as a second language.
So, to sum it up, we're behind. We're playing catch up, and we're gonna have to get serious. I said about 6 months ago, I said 2025 needs to be the year of action. We cannot sit around and keep debating shit over and over again. there's going to have to come a time where we're going to have to get for real about this thing or let it go. So those of you out there who really wants to get serious, you need to be over here on this channel. And when Chef C and Dr. Short and these brothers want to put something together, you're gonna have to learn to come out your fucking pocket. I'm tired of niggas always complaining about white supremacy, but you never come out your goddamn pockets. You never want to support shit. You talk all this grassroots bullshit, but you never want to come out your pocket and support nothing. Make your shit grow. You bitch and complain about the white man, but yet you don't want to support your own people to get their shit up and running.
That part.
The next time you hear this man talk about he want to put together a patriarch summit, God damn it, cash app him, support him. If there's 100 people watching this right now, everybody could have put in what, $1, $5?
We'd have been up right now.
Stop talking about it and start goddamn doing it. Or let it go, one way or the other. And I'll land right there. Thank you.
Man, salute to my nigga ABM. This nigga came through with all types of what you say, brother, brother Q, the wheel kick, the roundhouse, the full house, the full nigga. Let me get this nigga some
did the Ralph
sounds.
Macchio.
Pause. Nigga, how many nigga? Let me see if I got how many fucking sounds sounds, all type of
Everybody.
nigga. I'm trying to get all the sounds off, nigga. Shout out to Kamala Harris on the end.
What do you have to lose?
Yeah.
Organize. The famous quote from Stokely Carmichael, who was Caribbean, by the way. Organize.
Oh, brother ABM, you off code for giving a Caribbean.
Show me the fucking code. Show me the fucking code first. In order for me to be off code, I need someone to show me the goddamn code. I've been asking for the code for almost 2 years now. Nobody can ever show me. And don't tell me to go buy Neely Fuller's book. Which fucking book? And then not only that, but then show me the chapter and the fucking page the code is on.
Oh shit, yo.
See, the Iranians can tell you what their code is. Their code is the Quran. The Iranians will tell you who their leader is, Ayatollah Khomeini. Castro was the leader. The code was communism. You see how that works, niggas?
Nigga, shout out to my nigga ABM, goddammit. Shout out to this nigga. Oh, man. Yo.
While everybody starved on the street.
Excellent fucking shit here, man. This is shout out to the 110 plus in here. Right? Shout out to Yahoo. We still ain't getting no sponsor in here. So, shout out to that. We saw how that worked out. But shout out to my sister Star for being a contributor and my brother Kev for being our 2 contributors for tonight's program. If you like to be the sponsor, it's not too late. We got maybe 10 more minutes and I'm shutting him down. $FTS49. $FTS49. $25 makes you the sponsor of tonight's broadcast. Let us know it's real. We put in 3 hours. So that would be essentially, 15, that'd be $5, $8 an hour. $8 an hour.
Black men died in North Africa fighting the Germans. Black men died at Anzio Beach, at Palermo, at Naples, to free Rome, to free Paris, to free Europe. Damn it! We died to build America. And America has rebuilt Germany and Japan, and the nigger is still suffering and dying in the streets of America.
Scared to death Negroes are my enemy.
God damn it. Let's make that very plain. Let's get ready to wrap this damn thing down tonight. Man, let me go to my brother Black Laren, man. Salute to the young warrior again. Matter of fact, I'm gonna stop saying that. He's a full-grown man. Salute to the warrior, brother Black Laren, for checking in, man. Any final thoughts from you, sir, as we get ready to shut this thing down?
This was some real shit on a Friday night. I was not expecting this. I was not expecting this conversation to turn into this, but it's sobering, and it's I actually am hopeful because this is just getting me more focused on what's important and what's not important. And I think as Black folks, we really need to sober up and be able to focus on what's important. And if we can get our individual lives organized and get that going, I think we can do a lot better. But right now, I'm just going to focus on making sure I got all my ducks in a row so I can help who I can help.
Shout out to our
So I
brother Black
appreciate that.
Laren.
Thanks,
Yes, sir.
guys.
Always a pleasure, man. Always a pleasure to our brother Black Laren, man. And I like what he said there. You can't fix shit if your house is already is breaking down, already broken. You can't look. You can't afford the cape to put it on. So at least put the cape on layaway first. Start making your payments, right? Put the cape on payment plan until you finally pay that motherfucker off. Then you can throw it on. Nigga, you can't do shit when you're drowning. Let me go to my brother ABM, man. Brother ABM, your final thoughts, sir. Although you just damn near burned the whole fucking house down with the exhaust fan. Don't even work no more in this bitch. Salute to brother ABM. Man, your final thoughts on this, man.
Final thoughts. The foundation of any society, and any functioning society is the family. You're going to have to get the individual household in order for you to have structure, leadership, organization in your community. We cannot survive another generation of baby mama, baby daddy. We cannot continue entertaining the idea of boys can be girls,
Come on.
gender confusion, trans. There's going to have to be common sense in place of fuckery. We will not survive. You can bitch and complain all you want. You can continue to hold on to feminism if you want to, and all this other new age weird doctrine bullshit that everybody wants to get involved in. We're going to die off as a people. The Hispanics are not here to be your friends. The Indians are not here to be your friends. It is what it is, and they're not supposed to. They're not supposed to give a shit. They're supposed to care about their own people. Our problem as Black people is we don't give a fuck about ourselves. So either we're going to get our act together or we're going to die off. The family structure has to be put back in order. The matriarchy needs to be replaced by what is proven to work, which is patriarchy. Then you will have leaders, structure, organization, and we're not going to achieve anything politically if we don't have the foundation of our own fucking neighborhoods in order. And I'll land right there. Thank you.
Salute to our brother ABM, man, coming through. That's a strong word from the brother ABM, man. Let me shoot him a motherfucking pause. Brother Q, man, sir, this is we are wrapping it down. I'm glad you decided to check in, man, and give us this extra bit of the broadcast here. I'm because we did need to hammer in on this and hone in on this a little bit more. I think it's necessary, and sometimes you just got to feed the people a certain way. Black folks ain't gonna eat everything. There's a certain type of meal our people like to eat. So salute to you for bringing this particular energy to the broadcast. Your final words, brother Q.
Pretty much talked out. You know, I heard enough. Support what brothers is doing. You know, with Let's Talk Too, we're about to embark on a journey. We're gonna be going to Flint, Michigan in August to work in solidarity with our peoples out in Flint because Flint still has polluted water.
Mm.
Flint still has polluted water. So I will be going out in Flint in August, you know, part of helping and working with some people out there in solidarity. And appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys tuning in tonight. Make sure you check our various channels out, and you know, and we just know that we need to stop talking and just doing. With that, I'm gonna land my plane.
Shout out to my brother Q from Let's Talk Too, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure y'all go over and subscribe to our brother Q as well, y'all. Make sure y'all do that. Always a pleasure to have this young man. Let me say this. I'm gonna send one more major salute to our brother right here. My brother Negro. He graduated today. You know, salute to this young man. I believe this is on his 3rd degree. This is educated Negro here. So yeah, the one that be in here talking the lineage and all of that, that's him right there. Salute to this young man for going ahead and finishing something. Okay? Yeah, finishing something. And those are honorary ropes that he has around his neck because the nigga has a high GPA. Okay? This is a smart Negro. Okay? So salute to him with the Black Americans, you know, representing Black America as well, riding the way he need to ride. So that's the type of time that we need to be on over here. So salute to him and congratulations to him as well. And salute to all the brothers that are on the panel. Man, let's go ahead and get ready to do what we do. Ladies and gentlemen, I just got to tell you, man, this was a phenomenal broadcast as far as I'm concerned. Yes, I'm sure it triggered a few of you. And then if it did, I would have to say that's something that you need to go ahead and work on, right? That means you are falling short in some areas that you need to get fixed, or you're not doing enough or haven't done anything. That's for you to deal with, not for us to be lightly presenting this thing, okay? If you're here for the first time, I am your host, Chef C from New Jersey. I also want you to be aware of some of our other platforms here. The Cook Up with Chef C. Make sure you go over there and subscribe. There is no blackety black on that side. You want the blackety black, you stay here on this platform, on their necks. Okay? But you want to learn how to cook for the summer. Go over to that platform, subscribe. The Cook Up W_Chef C. I'm going to show you how to get it done over there, ladies and gentlemen. I will be putting the ingredients for the week's cook up, whatever that is and whenever it is, in my community section on that channel. So if you want to learn how to spin the block and cook like a real chef, I got you covered. Make sure you are over there and you are subscribed, y'all. Okay? Also, I want you to be aware that today's program is brought to you by Bloodline Films in collaboration with LWF Training. My brother Juan J. Johnson wants all of you 110 plus in here to know that there is a lone wolf in all of you. So for all your firearms needs, definitely hit them up, LWF Training, to get yourself together and tight, ladies and gentlemen, so you are on point and ready to do what you need to do, family. And let's be very clear about something. Hold on, let me do this.
Stack him hard, fool.
Yes, indeed. That's our brother Juan J. Johnson, LWF Training, ladies and gentlemen. So that man, he definitely get you right. 120 plus that's in here right now. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be broadcasting sometime later next week. I want y'all to make sure that you are locked, secured, and ready to go over there as well. And make sure you subscribe to all of the platforms, okay? Put the notification bell on as well. That's going to help you whenever we decide to go live. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank everybody for joining us here today. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, okay, above all things, in a system of white degeneracy, you stand for nothing, you fall for anything. My name is Chef C, and I'm out of here. Salute.